At Universal Lighting Systems, we're going to talk to you about our U-Sync Technologies product line, and within that product line is going to be the zone control product, a complete line of wireless landscape lighting control products. So in the zone control kit, you get a complete set of products. You get the power supply that's required to wire up the entire zone control, hook it up to the transformer, and make it operational. This is a unit that will require you to connect it up to the transformer and take 120 volts and plug it into a center receptacle, and then also take the other end and connect it into the zone control receiver. Okay, this can be installed inside the transformer or outside the transformer. The rest of the components in the kit, you will see a receiver, and the receiver will come with all the wires that are necessary to connect it. It'll also come with the antenna, the whip antenna that mounts on top of the receiver. It also comes with the transmitter, or the zone control transmitter, that operates the entire receiving unit. You will get a magnet. The magnet is needed to program the receiver, set it up, make it ready to program. You will also get a conduit adapter. Get it out of here. The conduit adapter is designed to make a nice clean installation at the bottom of the receiver. And then you'll get a power adapter that's inside the box here, and the power adapter is necessary to split the power from the transformer, so you can use power for the transformer and power for the receiver. And then you also get a couple of adapters depending on what type of transformer you're going to connect up this entire kit to. Is the receiver sold separately? It's available as a separate component without a remote control. You can get the power supply and you get the receiver, and you also get the whip antenna. All the components that you need to install this and utilize it on an entire system if you need to add additional receivers to a project. So built into the receiver, receiving unit, is 3 independent programs where you can time each zone, as we would call them, separately from the other. You can assign different times of the day. You can also assign motion control or wireless technology for sunset synchronization on the entire unit.
How many watts per zone?
The maximum wattage per zone is 300 watts per zone, so you don't want to exceed that when you're installing this in the field. 300 watts is a considerable amount, so you should have plenty to operate your entire landscape lighting system.
Will it work on a 1200 watt transformer?
Of course it'll work on a 1200 watt transformer. The only thing you have to bear in mind is that you can't pass all 1200 watts through the receiver. You can only pass a maximum of 900 watts through it.
Okay, can you still turn on and off the 1200 watt transformer?
Yes, you can. You can set up the transformer to have it turn on as a complete unit, and then only 900 watts of it will have 3 separate zones that you can control. So we have 4 different types of transmitters that can be used with the zone controls. Everybody always wants to know, how do you operate the system? And what comes with the zone control kit, you get the zone control transmitter. This one, it will allow you to turn on the transformer as one main unit and then operate independently each of the 3 zones. Then we go into a wall keypad. And the wall keypad transmitter is something that you can mount inside your home. It's designed to just use some double back tape and stick right to the wall. And this operates the entire transformer, on the main switch, and then you can also turn on zones 1, 2, and 3 independently of the other. And you can actually use both of these transmitters with the same receiver, or you can choose to use a key fob. And the wireless key fob, just something you can put on your key, and you're driving home at night, and the driveway's turned off and you want to turn on the lights, you can turn on the main and hit on zone 1, 2, or 3, just like the wall fob and just like the wireless zone control. The 4th transmitter that we have available is the transformer control. And the difference between the transformer control, when you look at this, people get confused sometimes. The zone control is black buttons and designed to independently operate each of the independent zones on the receiver. And the transformer control uses gray buttons. And they're designed to operate banks of transformers. You can assign multiple transformers and receivers to different banks or groups on these buttons. So we always get the question, how many transmitters can we pair up with one receiver? And the maximum you can pair up is 8 transmitters. So you can have a zone control, you can have multiple ones. Maybe this is sitting out on the table on the patio in the weather, it can handle the weather. and maybe you have a remote key fob, one for you and one for your wife, and then you have a wall keypad inside the house. So you can have a wide variety. The other two additional transmitters that we would have that we haven't shown you yet are the sunset synchronizer and the wireless motion sensor. Those are considered transmitters as well, so they would take up one of those or two of those 8 spaces. The range on the remotes, another question we get a lot, is it really depends on the actual remote, but on the transmitters for the zone control and the transformer control, they're up to 500 feet. You can actually, without any obstructions, you can go a little bit further, but we don't advise it. Obviously, some things are going to interfere with your wireless transmission, metal walls, concrete walls, a variety of other things that you can imagine that would interfere with wireless technology. It can go through drywall, yes. You know, a lot of people wonder, you know, will it work with drywall? But if you are in a building that has metal studs with drywall over it, those metal studs could interfere with the wireless technology. The transmitters for the wireless key fob and the wall plate, they only go to about 100 feet.